Um, I'm experiencing upset. Yesterday, my gardener was attacked while working in my yard. I've never experienced kind of a random act of violence before. I was not home. He came to the place where I was working, and I've never seen someone beaten. So I'm having kind of a hard time processing it. I'm very aware of like a theme of over-responsibility because it happened at my house. I'm aware of kind of not feeling safe. I feel like I live in a very safe neighborhood. I know my neighbors. I mean, people are out all the time. More than anything, I'm really stuck on this idea of he didn't deserve that. Like, he's probably 60, gentle. I've known him for like 5 years. 2 guys got out, jumped him, took his money, and left.
So what part about this is the most disturbing for you, Amber?
I think the idea that he didn't deserve it. Like he was just, like, this is a good man trying to provide for his family. I kind of live life in a pretty positive place most of the time, and I believe that people are good, but like this makes me really question that, doubt that, angry about that. What is wrong with this world? Where is the love? Why does that happen? Why did that happen to this man? He's just trying to make a living, and he works so hard.
In a way, if you just look at any newscast at night, you see the replication of that question in 1,000 different forms. We see children starving. We see people in places in Syria and Libya, and all kinds of things like that go on.
Who've been displaced.
Who
are living in just unbelievably desperate kinds of situations.
Some people use that as evidence that there can't possibly be a God, because how could there be a God that would allow such things to go on? I understand totally what you're saying. The first question that we have to ask, I'd have to ask you, how do you know absolutely, certainly, 100% that he didn't deserve that? How do you know what the spiritual backtracks are between him and those men and anything else that he may have in his spiritual history going back as far as it goes? The answer, of course, is I don't. And if you can come into that place of I don't, then I forgive myself for issuing the judgment that it's wrong that this happened to him. That in no way, it doesn't mean you don't go to his assistance in any way you can. That in no way means that you don't support him in any way that seems appropriate to you. See, the guideline of spiritual reality is, and interestingly, the Bible of all things was absolutely right about this. Thou shalt not judge. That's not a scripture to be pious. That is a directive to be okay with the what isness. The fact that it happened is what is. Every time we fight with what is, we go out of alignment. That's a radical departure from the way most people live in this world.
See, and if you can move to that context, then the opportunity becomes one of deepening in your compassion, deepening in your acceptance, continuing to demonstrate the loving kindness that obviously you've already been demonstrating. See, but it's like if you can move into that, into the acceptance, See, then you add to the sum total of positivity or loving on the planet, rather than allowing yourself to get pulled into the negativity and the judgment, and it shouldn't be this way and it's wrong, which can lead to a lot of anger and againstness against those men that perpetrated that, against the world, it shouldn't be that way, against God, why does God permit it? You know, it can just really escalate into an incredible ego position where we pretend to know how things should be. This is one of the hardest things, what you're bringing forward here this evening. The hardest thing really to accept.
Just kind of hurts.
Yeah. See, and I just want to encourage you. It's like you're a graduate. Give that hurt a voice. Allow it to say whatever it has to say. Are you in touch with it? Do you know what it has to say, Amber?
I couldn't protect him.
Yeah.
I did something wrong.
Mm. It's okay. I couldn't protect him. I must have done something wrong. Is there anything else there?
Then my brain kind of kicks in with like why, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I just keep having this image of seeing him at the door. I just want to take away his hurt.
Yeah.
I want to make it better.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that impulse.
See, and I just encourage you, one of the best ways, not only that you can assist yourself, but assist him, is if you can move to the level inside where you really see him as a divine being. Yes, he's having a very challenging human experience, and we don't know why he's having that. But see, it's like then you're no longer holding him as a victim, but you're really recognizing the beauty in him, the incredible strength in him, and the obvious goodness that you already described. And so it's like you don't know why this came to him, but you still continue holding him as divine, as a divine being, a beautiful being, a man with great goodness. See, and by you relating to that in him, that in and of itself is a gift and blessing to him. See, because you're not turning him into a victim, turning him into someone that needs to be rescued, and you understand what I'm saying, which is can be disempowering. And you still can be of assistance to him in whatever ways your heart guides you to be. In spiritual reality, our responsibility is to be in the loving, to be in the compassion.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing.